Alright there, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a little bit new. This is still going to be part of the Analyze This series. But for a lot of people, I've seen a lot of them just be like, you know, when they come into a new kind of game like this, they're like, oh, how do I improve? How do I do this? How do I do that? And so I want to kind of explain things to people a little bit better by explaining to them via a game of my own, which I'm going to be playing live right now. It's not a voiceover. So I might be a little bit bad in this game because I also haven't played in a while. I've been playing too much PUBG. So it's going to be a Pro vs Zerg. I think this is one of the best matchups to kind of explain my mentality of what goes through my mind in certain things. So I'm gonna go gateway first. Actually, am I gonna go gateway first? Yeah, I'm gonna go gateway first. So we're gonna go for a gateway first build, and so one of the things I tell people a lot is to understand what build order they're going for. So for a Zealot first build, or gateway first build, sorry, in PvZ, the whole point of this build is to be able to kind of pressure your Zerg opponent, and especially pressure them if they went for a more greedy hatchery first kind of build. So that'll be the goal of it, and then also take a faster Nexus as well at 21. Not faster, it's still slower than a Forge, but it's going to be a little bit faster than your typical if you went for like in-base gateways and weird shenanigans like that. Just scouting with my probe. Again, you always want to be able to scout. Scouting is so important, especially in any kind of game that requires information of what your opponent is doing. Let's just scout it here. So with the build here, I'm going to go for a 21 Nexus. This drone. Oh, he's got a crossbow, I would say. So we're going to see what he went for. He did spawn there for sure. My life for hire. Honor guide me. That was really bad. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit problematic. You have not enough minerals. Okay, so it looks like he opened up for the silver pool of some sort. And build for initial couple. So, like I said, I long for combat. I long for combat. My life for eyes, no pylons I serve. Well, that's unfortunate. I need to make additional pylons. Warriors have engaged the enemy. So, and then a lot of people forget to mainer probes over. You must construct additional pylons for combat. Alright, we're gonna try to sneak out a probe here. I said newish, so I wouldn't have to focus so hard on my games. Oh well. So basically now we're gonna go into that kind of. What's it called? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That style of 6 gate into grabbing a third base. Oh, I start my gas.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Doesn't have much there.
You must construct additional pylons.
Okay.
My life for hire.
He's doing pretty good with keeping his Tron alive, I will say that.
Reliable Vespine gas. You've not enough minerals. You've not enough minerals. You've not enough minerals.
I'm getting that Corsair out just to be able to obviously scout better. Again, you want to kind of put your pylons where you want to. You're going to predict. You're going to put your future gateways. It's very rare. Very rare. And you want to be able to keep your Corsairs alive for as long as possible, obviously. It's really very important that you do that. He's got slow hydras coming out, which means I need to make more cannons. He's getting layered just now. May I be of service? You've not enough minerals. There we go.
You've not enough minerals.
May I be of service? I stand ready.
He's gonna grab that base. So.
Let us attack. Let us attack.
You've not enough minerals.
May I be of service? Let us attack. Excellent. I stand ready. Ready for battle.
We are under attack. Honor guide me.
There we go. Now the legs have finished, I can start pushing out now.
Let us attack.
Oh wait, that's where's the hotkey?
Let us attack.
Yeah. So hold up. So right now, did I start storm? No, I haven't.
Not enough minerals.
3.
I stand ready.
Not enough minerals. You must construct additional pylons.
I thought you said highway.
Okay. So now that we finally kind of stopped freaking out so much.
I stand ready.
Okay, and now this is where we're gonna start adding on our gateways because you can see that my money is getting a little bit high, which means that this is generally where we want to add.
I stand ready. May I
start trying to take our third base. We have all the map control in the world. Oh, whoops.
May I be of service? Ready for battle.
Oh my god, this is a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, don't get supply block, guys. I tell you this in all my videos. Don't get supply block. Look at me right now. I'm getting heavily supply block. This is hilarious. Okay, he's got Spore Cone. He's got all his Overload on top. Pretty standard. I can try to go for a DT drop, which is what my next plan is going to be. So cancel that for DT.
I stand ready. I stand ready. Ready for battle.
So again, you want to keep your Corsairs moving around as much as possible.
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
And when the Tigers decide to make a version of this,
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
Let us attack. I stand ready. Let us attack.
and then again, so you can see that my buildings here, all my tech is in the back, and then all the rest of my the gateways are neatly placed in front, and then we have a pylon there.
Ready for battle. Let us attack.
So again, try to be good.
Be of service. I don't enjoy it. May I be of service? May I be of service?
Got a lot of auto drones. But you can see that I'm like generally what I'm trying to do is, you know, keep my money low, obviously.
Ready for battle. I stand ready. At last.
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
May I be of service?
And it's not like I'm the only one who can do this. Everyone knows how to do this.
Enjoyed us.
So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm trying to bait more Hydras to come up and defend against these Corsairs.
May I be of service? I thought you'd sit my way. May I be of service?
And now, because we see my money's floating a little bit higher, I can opt for getting some more gateways. So I'm going to go up to gateways 8, 7, and 8. Again,
May I be of service?
we're just going to go this way. At this point, because I have all the map control in the world, I can just opt for a fourth base now.
I stand ready.
The warriors have engaged the enemy.
May I be of service?
That's unfortunate. So he has reservers, I can see, or lurkers, sorry. Just gonna kill this real quick. And my money's getting really, really high now, so.
I stand ready.
Yeah, we're gonna make more Dragoons.
I stand ready.
All of
I stand ready. May I be of service? May I be of service?
But yeah, if you see again, my money's getting up to 800, so just naturally, my instinct is just to make more gateways. And that should be everyone's instinct. Is if your money gets high, just get more gateways.
Additional pylons.
You really want to try to incorporate drop play as much as possible into your games. It's really, really important that you do that.
May I be of service?
That's good.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Let us attack. May I be of service?
There it is. So you'll notice that in most of your games, alright, I'm sorry I didn't give too much commentary. I was a little bit focused on this game, but in most of the game, throughout the game, my money was not as high. I mean, I did slip up macro a little bit, but in general, you want to just see how my gateways are placed. It's really good gateway placement. I could have fit another gateway down here as well, and a couple more pylons to this side. But generally, this is kind of how you want to place your gateways. You can put a little more up here. I panicked and put pylons here, but you can put more gateways over here as well, and then up on this side if you need more room. And then again, like I said, what is the goal? It was to get 6 gates and then take a 3rd base right afterwards. And that's what I did, is that I got a second. So with Protoss Reserve, you want to get the 2nd gateway early on because you're spending a lot of gas on all of your units with Corsairs, your Observers, your Robotics Facility, your High Templar. So you have a lot of extra minerals, in which that you can add on the 2nd extra gateway early on in the game to just produce pure Zealots. And that's kind of the purpose that you want to go for. And then get these extra 4 gateways here to make 6 gateways, and then push out, grab map control of this area, and then defend this 3rd base until that kicks in. And once this 3rd base kicks in, that's when you can add on a little more gateways. Continue to tech up, get your Dragoons, which cost a ton of money. And then again, get more upgrades. Again, we saw every time I got my +1, +2, I immediately started upgrading the next armor upgrade, or sorry, the weapons upgrade, and then grabbing the 4th base once I know I have map control over everything. And generally, what you want to do is you want to build like about 5 or 6 cannons at each of your bases, maybe 4 out here in front and 2 to the side for lurker drops of some kind. Same with this, I forgot I need a couple, maybe a cannon or 2 behind here. And then once the game gets kind of late, you also want to get a couple more cannons in your main and actual base as well. Something I need to work on in the future. But as we can see, yeah, I didn't transfer all my probes here, which I should have earlier. But in general, you saw that I transferred a lot of probes to this base. I transferred a decent amount of probes to this base. That's what you want to be doing in StarCraft. You want to be really efficient with how much you're mining. And so I transferred probes that are not as efficient mining these leftover minerals here to this new base where they will be very efficient. And then once I get another base, again, transferring the inefficient probes to this next base here. In StarCraft 2, you could literally be maxed out on 3 to 4 bases mining as long as you have 2 probes per 2 workers per mineral patch in StarCraft 2. In StarCraft Brood War, it's literally one per one, which is generally the best way to do it. So if you have every single base on the map and you have 1 probe at each of those bases, it is more efficient. Let's say you have 12 bases and you have 12 probes at each of them. 1 probe at each of the bases. It is more efficient than having 12 probes at 1 base. Okay? So that's hopefully you guys enjoyed this video a little bit. I know that I didn't give as much commentary, but you know, going back on it, I can kind of tell you guys how this worked. So I guess I can look at the replay real quick when I go back. No, I can just look at from the save file. So let's just do that real quick. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Up 1 level, analyze. Well, no, save. So replays, auto save, today, boom. So let's take a look real quick, and I want to just show you guys kind of the understanding of my build, how I know exactly what my build is designed to do. We're just going to fast forward up to 8 times. So again, I know my point of the build with the gateway first. Let's see if he opened up overpool. I think he does. He has to. The lings are so early. Yeah, there's overpool. Okay. How many lings does he make? He made 4, I think. My Zealot just got owned, dude. My Zealot didn't do anything. Generally supposed to be able to live with all of those Zealots. Yeah. Maybe 6. This is so bad. Don't ever do this, guys. Don't ever lose your Zealot like this. You killed one. I killed 1 Ling and didn't do anything else. It was so bad. It was so bad. Anyways. So, the whole point of the build is get the Zealot out. It can kind of defend against these early Zerglings and kind of just defend the front, and then get a Forge down right afterwards and try to hold the front. I lost the probe here, it's fine, but hold the front. And generally you want to see what the Zerg is actually doing. In this game I didn't. And then again, get your Nexus, and then transfer a couple of these probes for your main base. Again, you want to be more efficient. You notice how it looks like, wow, you have so little probes here. That's the point. You want to have as few probes as possible mining every single mineral patch, because then you're more efficient with them. At least in the early portions of the game. Once you get to late, you'll have a lot more probes to mine these minerals. But so I have like a pretty even amount. So every time I make one probe from each of these nexus, both bases will get saturated at about the same time. So a lot of people do that in StarCraft 2 as well, is they'll kind of highlight all of their probes or workers, and they'll be like, oh, I have one probe too many, and they'll take one probe away and send it to the other bases. And so here I probably should have added on a second cannon. Generally you want to do that, but again, just kind of look at what you're doing. Again, because look at my gas count. My gas count here is going into Corsairs, it's going into the the weapons upgrade, it's going into the leg upgrade, it's going into the Templar Archives. My gas can be very low in the future of this game. So that's why you're allowed to add the second gateway, and you'll see a lot of pros do this, is you can add the second gateway, usually like you add it in your base so that your macro cycle, again, efficient macro cycle, is all in one base here. You don't want to put one gateway here and then one gateway here, and then when you go to make your zealots, you have to go click here and then scroll down and then click here. Okay? So, continuing on, defending against this pretty well, because again, I waited for my leg upgrades to finish. You'll notice that when I was attacking here, I was kind of bouncing back and forth. I had my +1 finished. You'll notice my +1's already finished, but I had my leg upgrade just barely not finished yet. So that's why I was bouncing back and forth, and as soon as the leg upgrade kicked in, that's when I'm allowed to attack. That's when I can out-kite these Hydralisks, which don't have upgrades yet. And so again, once my money starts getting higher, I think is when I start adding more gateways up. Nope, my money keeps going low because I had to make more pylons because I'm bad at this game. Again, getting more of this. But yeah, this is where, again, you want to add more gateways here once your money starts getting high. So my money was getting to about 600 there. You can easily afford these gateways. And then look to take your third base right after buying it. Because now you've got the 2 High Templar here. You've got Storm to defend against any kind of attack here. And you've got your Zealots to kind of buffer for these High Templar. And you continue to just macro up Zealots and High Templar as you deem fit. And then also start your boss facility as well. And then as soon as that's finished, you want to get your observatory and get Dragoon range here for lurkers in case he's going to get them. Which he does get them. This guy was not too bad. He did end up getting lurkers. I don't know when his upgrade finished. More cannons over here as well. Remember to defend out your base with cannons. Cannons are super, super good. They're one of the best defending things in the game. Wow, my EDM was high as shit this game. That's intense. PvZ actually might be my favorite matchup now. It used to be terrible. I just like playing at Zerg. I don't know why. Because his units are so frail and weak. Yeah, he had a lurker here. But I killed his base and just run away. Because I don't need to deal with his lurker. I don't need to sit on top and take free damage. So I just run away. And getting +3 again. Every time my weapons upgrade finishes, you want to immediately jump into the next one. And then again, start getting observers and group them up with your army. Because I know he's got lurkers now. And again, you saw in this entire game my Corsairs were just roaming the map, trying to find where all of his overlords are. You'll notice on this entire map, he's got absolutely no overlords around the map right now. Because I cleared them. I cleared every single spot basically, except for maybe here, because I didn't see this spot. But just move your Corsairs around the map at all times. Just continue to always do this. And that's generally what you want to do with Corsairs. Don't want to let them stop anytime, because Corsairs are very fast, very mobile. You want to be able to utilize their full effectiveness of their speed. And you walk in here with this big army, and they just kill them. That's pretty much it. So yeah, so this is kind of an understanding of how the macro, again, as you see my money's getting high, add on a couple more gateways, and I always, sometimes with this keyboard that I have, the mechanical keyboard, I always miss a spot here. I should have added probably another 2 gateways here, but that's fine. Like again, it's kind of just a guide to what you want to do. So again, money gets high, you notice that these 2 gateways haven't been producing anything, they should. And so that's, let's say, down to 200 minerals that went to Dragoons, 300 minerals went to Dragoons. That's now you're down to 1k. You can add on 2 more gateways, and that's what you're left with. 4 gateways are able to wipe out that 1,000 mineral bank. Also starting up more cannons here would be fine as well. And then again, attacking here at the same time. So that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't use my shuttle at all, did I? Oh no, I did. I killed off these DTs. Or I used these DTs to distract. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and hopefully you take some of this into understanding of your own game. Again, I'm not the best player by any means. I just have an idea of what to do with my builder because I've learned so much from people who are better than me. And so I want you guys to understand your losses. Most importantly is your losses. Really understand them to the fullest potential, and then you'll understand, say, I understand why I lost now, I can really improve this in my next upcoming games, rather than you say, oh, I won, I know my macro's bad, but I won, you know, I won. And everyone's macro can be better. My macro can be better this game. I was flowing 1,000 minerals this game. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like I said, 15 minutes in, right? 14:30. I'm about 160 supply. That's generally what you want to look for. Be about maxed at about 15 to 16 minutes is generally where you want to be as a Protoss player. And getting your 4th and 5th bases soon. Alright, that'll be it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.